very compatible with that. If
Mhm.
everybody was like that, the world would be a better place.
Mm. Do you pray 5 times a day?
Not 5 times a day. I try to pray as much as I can. I try to pray as much as I can and when I can. Do you know what? There's not many days that I don't pray 5 times a day. Let's put it that way. But I don't pray 5 times a day every day.
Mhm.
Sometimes I miss them, but I do try and make up for them. I do. My intentions are 100% to do it.
Mhm.
If I miss it, it will be due to because I'm carried away doing something.
Mhm. What do your family think about it?
At the start, they was curious more than anything. But they was again, it come out of nowhere. It was a little bit of a flash. We've never really been religious people. I've never really been a religious person. Um, like I was a Christian before, but I'd never ever gone to the church once, unless it was for a
Mm.
wedding, christening, or a funeral. Um, but they listen. Anybody that actually thinks something of you and appreciates you, they will not care what religion you are. If it's making you happy and making you feel like you're doing better and making you feel like a better person, then they should be happy for you and they should support that.
Mhm. And what about in terms of the community? Like you have reputations, people talk, the traveler community has a big, like, if do people look at it and go, Alfie's changed his religion? Like,
But I don't care about my reputation. Like I say, the people that would be saying that would be people that don't care about me. So why would I care about someone that don't care about me? Why would I care about their opinion?
mm,
There's loads of people that's talking about that, and the only reason they're saying that is a disagreement in opinions.
mhm,
That's why they want to go and say whatever they want, or scream that I've done this, or I've whatever it may be that they want to say that I've done because they disagree, they don't believe in Islam. Well, that's up to them. But I don't go around screaming to anybody or saying, "Oh, your life's bad," or "You're a bad person because you've done this," or "You've disgraced your family." I leave people to get on and do what they want to do if that's what makes them happy. But again, I understand being a public figure and in the public eye and being very successful, people have got your name in their mouth. And if they want to shout it, they can. It was for some people, it was a great opportunity to talk about me and think that it would offend me and it would bother me when at the very, very least it didn't. What was super special was the welcoming I got from my Muslim brothers. Now that made every bit hate because I got some stick on social media from a lot of people. I still get it now. And I look at it and think to myself, you're calling me all these names and a disgrace to my
mm,
family simply due to a disagreement in opinions, right? My beliefs, I believe in the Quran. The Quran has helped me an awful lot. There's so much in the Quran. Now, I can't tell you what it is. I'm only a student in this religion. I'll only ever be a student, and I'm
mhm,
always looking to learn. But I've been pointed out and I've read it, right? There is stuff in that Quran which was written 1400 years ago that scientists have proved it to be right 10 or 15 years ago, like it was written 1400 years ago. Now I can't give you an example now. I should have prepared myself better, but I couldn't give you an example now. But I tell you what, if you was to go on Google and they would come up with 20 or 30 that what the Quran has written and actually happened all these years later. The war in Palestine is pretty much written in the Quran.
mm. Do you fast?
Yeah, every Ramadan.
Okay.
To be honest with you, so that's a good question. Everybody knows because I'm very open about it. So last year was my first Ramadan. I ended up missing 4 days, and this Ramadan, so I spoke to the Imam about it because I had to take some tablets, right? And I said, "Oh, is that sweet?" He's like, "No, you broke your fast. You might as well eat." So I was like, "Okay, no problem." I said, what's the score? Have I ruined the whole Ramadan now?" And he was
Mm,
like, "No, that's fine. Just make sure you go back, fast as many days as you can. Whatever days you don't do in Ramadan, you can make up for, but you've got to make up for them before the next Ramadan." So what's ended up happening is I've left it and left it and left it these last 4 days, and obviously the next Ramadan's come around. And I'm like, oh right, I've got to make up for these last 4 days from last year. Yeah. Well, if I'd done them in the winter, obviously the days are shorter, so it
yeah.
would have been a lot easier. Well, I've left it right to the beginning this year, which was springtime. The nights was just breaking. I absolutely. So I ended up doing 4 more days than everybody, but I did end up missing 2
I
in
never knew
Ramadan,
that.
so I've got to do 2 before and the next one might be 2 or
Wow.
3.
I really didn't know that. I learned
Mm,
that today. Like, so if you miss some of the fasting days,
mm.
you're supposed to make up for it.
Make up from before the next Ramadan, yeah.
Okay. What's the biggest thing Islam has taught you?
The biggest thing, do you know what it's given me? It's given me a peace of mind, and do you know what? Even like I don't know why it is, but I wouldn't say I'm a very judgmental person because I'm not. But I'd maybe question what other people do. That's more. You could probably say that's judging. Like why would he want to do that, or why would you want to do that? It's actually given me a lot more peace of mind. Like if he's at peace and that's what he wants to do, then let him be. The world's better off being a peaceful place. It's better off with less opinions. If you want the truth, if everybody had the same opinion, everybody would get on, and there would be no aggravation, would there? But also you know, it's really, really, really put me in the present. It really has. And every time I think about it, it puts me straight back in the present. Is because, I'm thankful for what I've got, but I'm always praying for more, if that makes sense. I thank God every single day for what I've got and that I'm healthy, my family's healthy, and everything's good. And I pray that I want to do more and I want to be more successful. But I'm at peace if I'm not more successful. I think to myself, thank God that I've come this far and thank God that I've done this. Before, my mind was like, oh, I haven't done that. Why haven't I done it? Oh, why can't I do that? It was like an aggressive way of thinking. And it's
Mm-hmm.
actually not like, now I come out, I'm relaxed. I'm quite, not quiet, but if I'm entering a business deal, for example, I'm not like, I want to get this done because if I get this done, it's going to make more money. I can get people in it a lot quicker. It's like, like all in God's time. I've got this far. Let's push it forward.
I hear you. Is there something that it's not gone so well while you're having this
Loads of
new
things.
that you having these new beliefs and stuff as well?
Mm.
Is there anything that's not gone so well that you think, do you know what, like, or you met different Muslims from different parts of the
Mm.
world? Do you know what I mean? If some you get Muslims from
Mm, mm,
Dubai,
mm, mm, mm,
Muslim from Pakistan, Muslims
mm.
from Middle East, is there a certain group that you've said, look, I want to be part of this religion, I really enjoy the faith, but there's a certain group of like cultural differences rather than the religion side? Have you ever
I don't
encountered that?
understand. What do you mean? Say that again.
Have you ever been around like any Muslims
Mm.
from different parts of the world
Yeah, loads.
that you feel that there's a certain cultural difference within the Muslims?
Oh, there's cultural difference between everybody. I was in Saudi Arabia in February this year. I went and done my Umrah, if you know what that is. And to see all the different Muslims there
Mhm,
is a madness. I've seen how I must have seen one of it. There must have been a Muslim from every single country.
mhm.
Must have been.
How did you feel
With all
doing your
different
Umrah?
cultures. How did I feel doing my Umrah? Very special, very, 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 very good. I felt like the best way for me, like I felt clean and I felt cleansed. Like I really felt like I'd really done a good thing and that my prayers was answered. And I felt, do you know what? It was good. It was really good to see uh, 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 how what's great, especially for somebody like me, is to be stripped of everything that we have, wrap ourselves in towels, and put it somewhere with 100, 200, 300, or 400,000 people walking in a
Mhm,
circle. That's powerful when you're there
mm.
doing that,
Energy.
all for the sake of God.
Mm,
When you come, like, just saying that just puts goose pimples on me.
mhm. Do you still have any sort of faith in Christianity at all?
I believe in God. I believe in God. It's not that I don't have not have faith in Christianity. I do. The only thing I don't believe that Jesus Christ was God. That's it. I believe in God. I believe in God. I've never really read the Bible from back to front. I don't need to. However, I haven't got anybody. I've the most utmost respect for Christians and what they do and how they go away for their religion. Yeah,
Mhm,
and it's not that I'm saying that they're wrong. I just disagree. I
mhm,
believe that God is God. There is no others. He has no brothers. He has no sisters.
mm,
He's there by himself. Right, God is God, and that makes so much more sense to me. And that was also another reason that I genuinely believed that before I turned to Islam.
mhm,
Before I become a Muslim, I believed that there is a God. I always, anybody that asked me, they said, "Do you believe in a higher power? Do you believe in God?" I said, "Yes, I do. I believe in God." I said, "There must be a God." We could sit here for hours and debate about how the earth started and how the first form of life. There is one simple answer.
Mm.
It is God. There must have been a creator somewhere along the line, which was obviously
Mhm.
God.
Alfie, we've spoke about God
Mhm.
and your faith. We've spoke